Okay, we're still in week 4, and I plan on uploading your test grade from the weekend. So today should be on the back. Make sure you have week 4 as a heading, and that should take care of that. Let's take a look. How do you reconcile a bank statement? Well, you have two things going on here. You have a check register, which is what we're going to do today. And that's current. That's you filling it in. Every time you write a check, you log it in. You put the check number, the amount, where you did the check. But by the time you get the bank statement, it is not current. So there are some outstanding balances. So let's say the bank says you have $2,000 in the bank. Well, you know that's not right because you've written some more checks and you also made some deposits. So the way you reconcile it is you take what they say and then you look at every entry that they have and you compare it to yours. In anything that's not on their statement, you have to either add or subtract to this amount. So if it's a deposit, you would have to add all your deposits that did not show up on the bank statement. If it's a check, you would have to subtract all the checks that did not show up on the bank statement. And when it's all said and done, this number here should match the number that you have in your check register. And that's how you reconcile a bank statement. All right, so today, we're actually going to fill out a check register. Okay? So what you're going to do is read through this, and you're going to fill this out. And remember, your beginning balance is going to go on that line right here. So let me just take a quick look here. So your beginning balance is going to go right here. So you're going to put it right here. So 527.96 should go right there. And then you're going to enter your first check. So number 2, it's check number 107. So you're going to put check number 107 right here. You're going to put the date, which was, let's see where it's at. May, so it's 5/27. You're going to put who it's to, write down their name. You're going to put the amount, $225. And what you're going to do is actually subtract $225. And this is exactly how you're going to do it. So your new balance is going to go right here. And there it is. And so you're going to do all the entries into your check register by reading through this. Make this a little smaller. Okay? And then you're going to go to the second side and answer these questions. When you're finished, find something to do quietly. If you didn't finish your homework the other day, work on that. All right, so let's turn our attention now to period 7. We're going to add and subtract these. Okay, so this is college algebra. Now, here you have the same denominator. And since your denominators are the same, you have to distribute that negative. So it's going to become a negative x and a minus 1. And then this changes right here. So your x's, which this one is a plus, are going to cancel out. And 6 minus 1 is going to give you 5. So the answer is going to be 5 over 3x minus 6. And you're done. This one right here, the denominators are not the same, so you have to factor. This one, there's nothing in common. This one, you can take a 2 out, and you're left with n plus 3. So scratch that out. Now, to find your least common denominator, you have one of these here and none over here, so you have to write 1. You have 1, 2, no 2s, so you have to write another one. This one's n plus 3. There are no n plus 3s, so you have to put an n plus 3, just like that. That's your least common denominator. This one, you have the n plus 5, but you're missing the 2 and the n plus 3. This one, you have the 2 and the n plus 3, but you're missing the n plus 5. So now to work this is 10, 5 times 2, and then n. So that's going to be 10n plus 30. This is going to be plus 4n squared plus 20n all over your least common denominator, which is all of that. Now we're going to combine like terms. There's no more of these, so you got to put that first. Scratch that out. This one and this one is going to give you 30n. Scratch that out. And then plus 30 all over your least common denominator, which is 2, and then n plus 5, and then n plus 3. But once you combine like terms, you really can't stop there. You have to see if you can factor the top. In fact, you can take out a 2. So if you take a 2 out of here, you're going to be left with 2n squared plus 15n, and then plus 15, and then this 2 cancels. So your final answer, and you'd have to rewrite it, would be 2n squared plus 15n plus 15 all over your least common denominator, which has now changed to this. There it is, and that's how you do it. Today you have a worksheet. Make sure you understand this. If you have questions, make sure you ask. Because tomorrow I'm moving on to complex fractions or the next chapter. All right, have a good morning.